am making an Art Impressions Easter Tryfold card with this Art Impression stamp set and dies. So first of all, I'm starting with some cardstock that I cut that was 5.5 by 12, and then I scored it on the 4-inch lines to give me 3 panels. So first of all, I'm stamping the first stamp, which is a circle, and I'm using a Lawn Fawn black die because that will not run when I use water with it. I'm using my stamp platform so that way I can stamp it more than once if I don't get it completely covered. And after each stamp, and when I finish it, I'm going to wipe it off with my Lawn Fawn chamois. Since I'm going to be using watercolor and Nuvo shimmer powder with water, I'm using multimedia paper, or you can use watercolor paper. Next, I'm cutting out the opening by using the die that came with the set. And then I'll run this through my Big Shot, or you can run it through whatever type of die cutting machine that you have. I'm using purple tape, which is a low-tack tape, to hold it in place. Now I'm going to use a pencil to mark the opening that I just cut, and that will help me see where to line up the next stamp for the second panel. I'm going to use the die for the second picture that came with a set, and this will cut the opening to the third panel. And I'll go ahead and do this the same way as I did the last one. I use a pencil to mark the opening for the third panel and use that to make my next stamp. I'm going to use my die cut machine to cut out some purple tape and a circle. I'm using a circle die from Art Impressions. It's a little bit bigger than the circles I just stamped. That way I can cover it up when I do my watercolor and not mess up the stamping that I did. I'm going to use some Nuvo shimmer powder, and this one is called Lilac Waterfall. So you sprinkle it on, and you can either wet your paper and then sprinkle it on, or put it on dry and then wet your paper, or you can do a combination of those. I've actually never used this before, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how it goes. You want to make sure you don't get too much out at once, so don't hit it real hard on the bottom, or you might get a big pile of the powder out and have too much. What's cool about this powder is it has several colors in it, although when it goes on it just looks purple until you put the water on, then all kinds of different colors come out. It also shimmers, but I don't know if you can see that, and especially after it dries then you'll see the shimmer. I blotted my paper with a paper towel and let it dry overnight. Some people use the heat tool on this, but the air kind of blows it so you have harsh lines. And since I really wanted to keep the watercolor look, I just let it dry overnight. Now I'm using watercolor pencils. You can use whatever type of watercolor medium you like to use. So just draw in some, and you don't have to fill it all the way in because you'll fill it in when you add water. So once you color with the pencils, then you can use a brush and brush on water. And you'll want to wipe your brush after each color. I'm not going to show you all of this because I'm not an expert in this. I just like to do it for fun. And this video will be very long if you watch every single thing.